You gotta find your people, the ones that make you feel alright. Every time you wanna stay up with all night. You gotta find your people, the ones that make you feel old. They won't leave your side when you lose control. The ones that don't let you lose your soul. You gotta find your people, the ones that get the joke, who understand what you're saying for a.
Okay, today I'm working on living soil. I'm making a lot of it, probably 150 gallons of it at least, maybe 200. And this is my living soil. Maybe you don't like it, or you don't like something I'm doing, and that's okay, and you can make a video explaining your way. But this stuff here is no good. Anything Miracle Grow or with time released fertilizers is absolutely no good for what I'm doing. It prolongs nitrogen, and you don't want nitrogen after a certain amount of time what you're growing. So I use organic potting soil, compost manure, and worm castings. It's roughly 40%. 30%, 20%, and then it'll be perlite. About 15% of perlite I'll put in there. And then it will get roughly a cup of bone meal, blood meal and bone meal per 10 gallons of soil, and probably a quarter cup of plant tone fertilizer for every 20 or 25 gallons of soil. And then we will wrap it up here. We will moisten it, stir it up good, moisten it, wrap it up, and let it sit for a month. And so I don't have everything around here yet, so I'll go get the rest of the stuff and then get back to you. I like to kind of layer it as I put it out here. That makes it easier for me to mix it up. I'll come through with some perlite now, and then some more compost and some more soil, and then do it again. It's just easier for me. It's not necessary, but that's just easier for me. All right, you can see I got 2 sets of layers here. I'm gonna go ahead with my hands and mix it up some, and then layer some more. Okay, I hand mixed it here. I got one side and then went and did the other. Made it a little easier for me. So this is about 1/3 of it. So now I'm going to go ahead and add 1/3 of my bone meal, blood meal, and plant tone, and then mix that up by hand, and then go again. It's the blood meal, it's the bone meal. This is something you should have, depending on what you're doing. I think everybody should have it and look into their specific plant, dolomite lime and garden lime. If your pH is too high, I'm looking for between 6.2 and 6.8, 6.5, 6 ideally. So this will raise it. If it's too low, this will raise the pH. To lower the pH, which is usually not too necessary right here with all this organic matter, but they make a chemical, or you can add stuff like peat moss to it to help bring it down. But we will use this if we need to go up, and we will use chemical down if we need to go down. Now we'll add the plant tone. It's not quite as much of that as the others. Now I'm going to hand mix this again and then layer some more on top of it. Okay, so I've got it all hand mixed. Anytime you're dealing with a compound growing medium, especially if you're adding blood meal, bone meal, things like that to it, even peat moss, there's no such thing as over mixing. There's definitely a such thing as under mixing. You do not want blood meal hot spots and things like that. So now that I have this mixed, I'm going to layer some more and do it again. Mix again. So we are back at it. It's kind of dusty in here right now from that perlite, so I got my face covered up. But you want to use horticulture perlite, you know, thick, chunky perlite. A little pot and soil perlite ain't gonna do you no good here. So while the dust gets out of here a little bit, I'll show you. My soil is gonna be a little different this year. Where I cleaned out my pond, at least one side of the pond, last summer, and this muck sat out the rest of the summer and all winter. And so the top layer of it, at very least, all the way around through there is good to go. It had dried out real good, and any anaerobic bacteria in there that would create a smell, the smell's all gone from it. So now the bacteria in it's good. So it's basically already super soil, living soil. It just needs some perlite and she's really good to go. But I'll be mixing probably a third of my soil total with that. All right, it's about halfway mixed up. And now I've got mycorrhiza, mycorrhiza. I'm gonna put about 4 cups total in this. It's about 200 gallons I'm going to end up with here when it's all said and done. And so 4 cups would be pretty good for that. And since the bags were sitting out during the rain, they're a little damp. They're damp enough that I won't have to dampen it anymore. It'll sweat from there, covered up with the tarp. So now this right here needs surface contact, so I'm going to stir it up good, but then I will stir this probably 3 more times or so between now and the end of the month here. So there it is. It needs about a month to cook now. It's beautiful. So now we wait. Probably in a week I'll stir it up. And then 2 weeks after that I'll stir it again. And in another week it'll be ready to go. So that's my soil. That's how I do it.